2-1 at half-time at the Emirates. Ian Wright and Podence watched that first half with me, a first half which was marred by what we think could be a serious injury to Raul Jiminez after a clash of heads with David Luiz. He was stretchered off and taken to hospital, and we wish him a speedy recovery. We'll bring you any news on that as we get it. Righty, when you're playing in a game like this and there's such a long delay after an injury to a teammate, it must interrupt the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, a little bit, and I think that, you know, Arsenal, it's taken a bit of a while to get going because up to that, Wolves were in the ascendancy. They're the ones who were passing it a bit quicker. They looked a little bit sharper. And Arsenal just weren't connecting. They weren't connecting with from the midfield to the front, in which has been a problem for Arsenal up to this point in the season, if we're going to be totally honest. And so, especially at home at the moment, it is worrying. It's worrying to see at the moment.
And tough for Raul Jimenez's teammates as well, there, to see one of theirs taken off like that.
It is, and it can be a worry. It can affect your performance. And it's funny, I was just thinking about, you know, you probably won't like me saying it. I remember when Wright got injured back in that time, and I thought he was going to miss the World Cup, and I actually made the tackle on it, didn't I?
Yeah.
And, you know, it affected me for at least a good 15, 20 minutes, because I'm thinking, I hope he's OK, I hope he can make the World Cup in '98. So to have your kind of main talisman, you know, be taken off, like, it does play on your mind. But once the whistle goes, you've got to get into the game, and, you know, they looked to be OK after 10 or 15 minutes once it happened. Yeah,
that's it, because he scored 32% of Wolves' goals this season in the Premier League, Raul Jiminez. But Fabio Silva came on. That's not who the goal came from, though. It was Neto who actually put Wolves in front. How did they transition so quickly from defence to attack, Kierancy?
Well, I think you've always got to... Listen, Wolves have always been a counter-attacking team, whether they play 3-5-2 or 4-4-2. But, you know, from an Arsenal point of view, Xhaka's got to cover that space there. What you can't allow is someone like Traore. He is so quick. If you leave him 1v1, the fullback's got absolutely no chance. Until he does OK here. But then you've got, obviously, Luiz gets dragged in to a man which he shouldn't be marking. And Dennis Ceballos, as a midfield player, you've got to stay with your midfield runners. He's as big a culprit as anybody, because as much as it's great running from Traore and a great end product, as a midfield player, and I've played there for many, many years, if I don't stay with my man and he scores that goal, I guarantee you, Sir Alex Ferguson is giving me the edge when I get in that change room, because it's my fault. And that's disappointing from an Arsenal point of view. For Wolves, great. Yeah,
second goal of the season for Neto. But just 3 minutes later, Righty, Arsenal equalise.
Yeah, it was good to see. Obviously, he ain't scored in open play since October, so obviously Podence, you're looking at that there, he could have done better, but that was a brilliant header from somebody who's really determined to get it. Look at Podence there. He could have closed him down a lot more. In the end, he doesn't stop the cross. And in here, you just got a player who's just determined to get in. Look, he's got 4 people around him.
How does he get that free header with 4 of them around him?
Well, you know, he's determined to get it. And, you know, fair play to him. To be honest, he's done pretty well in the game. He's a couple of stray passes, but he is somebody that, if we're going to look at somebody from Arsenal who is a shining light, he's one of them. So, you know, I'm going to dig him out too much, but he's doing the best he can, and he done brilliantly with that header.
It didn't put Wolves off, though. They were still pushing. It's been a lively first half from them, and they got their second goal, this time from Podence, and a lovely little bit of skill before the goal.
It was right. He wasn't too happy about this, and I can see why. And listen, that man again, Traore, Xhaka, he just dives in. But here, they're kind of all over the end. Bellerin gets dragged into Luiz. No reaction from Bellerin or Luiz. This is beautiful. This is absolutely lovely from Podence. Lovely.
The problem I got with that was Arsenal's attack.
Yes.
Now, from here, you know that he's a problem. Xhaka's got to do better, hold him up, but it's the backing off here. Just the backing. Someone has got to make a challenge. Look where he's ended up shooting. He's on the edge of the box. And there's the bit of quality, and there's the goal. You look at those, and Arsenal, a sharper Arsenal more in tune to what they need to be doing at home, would probably could stop those goals.
Yeah,
could maybe stop those goals.
It's just you're right what you're saying, but obviously David Luiz is not blessed with pace. You know, he's worried about that, but it's just a reaction after, once the keeper saves it.
Yeah.
They're just standing there, right? Yeah, and I just think you've got to be more than that. You've got better than that, you know.
You've got to give credit as well. Brilliant composure from
magical
players there.
Magical. You know,
I've got one happy man in the studio tonight. Still another 45 minutes to come, though, Righty. We'll take a break after this.